Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? As of this recording, it is Wednesday, June 2nd. We're in the month of June. Summer is unofficially here. Beautiful temperature, smooth early morning rise to the gym, dew on the grass. Probably my most favorite time of year simply because I can get to the gym faster, get what I need to get done, and get the hell out. So if it sounds like I'm Blanche Devereaux after a night of sex and Marlboros, is because everybody in my entire fucking house is feeling under the weather. We don't feel good. Kids ain't feeling good. We got eye infections running around. It's just a kind of a bad time. But I'm not sick enough to stay up out of here. I missed yesterday helping out the wife. So today we're going to double up and we're going to do something I normally don't do, something I don't really strive to do. Not because I don't want to or that it's inefficient, it's just I don't really want to right now. Our chest and back sessions. Those are a lot of volume if you're doing correctly. If you're doing multiple times a week, obviously that volume factor does come into play a little bit more, and it has to be managed. But seeing as that we're only going to do one session of it this week, we're going to really work hard. The session is going to be around about 22, 24, 30 sets. I haven't decided how many exercises or sets and reps are going to do, and that's the thing with me. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing when I step into the gym. Most of the time I do, but today, seeing that it's a chest and back session, it's kind of like shit's on the fly, but there's still going to be a lot of thought behind what I choose, and I'll tell you guys that during the workout. But in any event, the goal for today is a maximum pump. We're not going to go super heavy or anything like that. That's the one thing that I want to get across to you guys, that we're not going to go super heavy today. We're going to work to get a strong pump. We're going to work to keep the reps on everything up into the double digits. And the only reason that we fail is because we're running out of gas, because, again, I train fasted. So, we're running out of gas a little bit and not able to maintain a quality muscle contraction, not able to maintain quality movement throughout the session. So as the session progresses, fatigue will set in, and then we'll adjust and see where we're at. So that's where we're at right now. This is a good session for people who are busy. Obviously, you want to move a little bit faster through the session than I will, but it's a good session. It's a good workout for you guys that are busy. You got a whole lot of family time that you want to spend during the summer, but you still have to get your work in. You can superset these exercises. I'm not going to today, but you can superset these exercises, alternating between chest and back, chest and back, chest and back. Or you can go through your entire chest routine, superset that, and then take a rest and probably do your back sets straight. Or you can just superset both sequences. So it really depends on what you want to do. It depends on what the goal is. It depends on what your diet is. Obviously, with a workout like this, a lot of carbs inside of your system is a smart thing to do. But we have a heavy intra-workout that I've crafted today. So we're going to use that, about 50 grams of carbs and a good amount of EAAs to introduce that muscle protein synthesis first thing in the morning. So without further ado, without more talking, we're going to get to it. We're going to get in, work out, work hard, and get out and get started with our day. So with that being said, let's go. Okay, first things first, guys. We want to start out with a pull down, and that's exactly what I did, utilizing the Magnum plate loaded pull down. Pulling straight down to my hip. At least I'm envisioning pulling straight down to my hip, really a upper back movement. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of how you should program a particular push-pull session, right? The first thing you need to understand is that these type of sessions are really time saver sessions. They're not meant to prioritize either body part, right? So if you have back development that's up to snuff, chest and shoulder development that's up to snuff, then obviously you can probably use this as a way to just really keep them up to par, so to speak, right? So step number one with this is that I want you to just make sure that if you're going to use this, make sure that that body part development is up to par for you, right? If you have body parts if you have a chest or back that's underdeveloped, then they're going to need their own day. Now, also keep in mind with this too, with these type of sessions, since prioritization cannot be a factor in terms of this. Again, this is a time crunch session. This is a session for busy dads or busy moms, busy anybody that don't necessarily want a huge chest and back. Seeing that prioritization isn't a factor, what I'm going to recommend you do is that you still keep the volume in check with a session like this. So the goal was to get as close to 30 overall sets, right? So that would be 15 for back, 15 for chest. But even on the lower volume end, even though heavier weight would have to be used, that could work. The reps would be a little bit lower. But with that being said, you're not going to be able to really focus 100%. And at some point, you're going to just start moving weight instead of focusing on the squeeze, focusing on the contraction, doing the little things that your back needs to have done to it in order to grow. And, same thing for chest and same thing for shoulders. So if you're going to do this split, like I said, make sure that you keep your volume at a decent level. So I would advise 12 sets or less. Also, on top of that, with that, if you're going to keep that at a certain level, I would also think that you could probably do a session like this maybe a couple times per week, just to keep the frequency up, right? So that's something to also think about. If your volume is going to be moderate to low, then your frequency should probably be a little bit higher if you're going to do something like this. Now, this is something that I didn't execute in the video, but at least one free weight movement per body part, right? So as you can see here, I'm doing the fat bell press, which are phenomenal, by the way, by Donnie Thompson. No pain pressing throughout, right? But I didn't do any free weight exercises for back. What I would recommend is that you hit at least one free weight for back, one free weight for chest, and then go from there. The rest of it can be machine based, but I just like having some form of free weight movement inside of a push-pull session. It's better for me mentally, just because I love handling free weights. So that's something that I recommend as well. Now, I know it's kind of a bootleg way to kind of group together the body parts. So what I like to do if I'm thinking that I'm going to be hitting upper back with the Magnum rows, then I'm probably going to hit a mid chest or upper chest type of movement. So with this Magnum row, you'll see me go to an incline press. For the Magnum pull down, you saw me go to a chest press. I just like to, my mind works a little bit weird. So if I'm working upper back, then I want to do upper chest movement. If I'm working mid back, then I want to do a mid chest movement. I really don't do any lower back work in a sequence like this. So that's kind of, whatever that is going to be. But that's just how I think. I didn't follow it to the letter, but I followed it as closely as I could. So that was it for the session. Nothing too crazy. Just lots of volume, reps not going below 10. And just trying to really move fast, create a big metabolic pump. So I recommend you guys look at different ways to group chest and back together, especially if you're a busy executive or anything like that. So not a long one today, guys, but just something to get it in and get it done. So like and subscribe to the channel. I'll bring you more, and thanks for watching.